Alright, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Welcome back, everybody. Guess I'll just continue. Normally I load game. I don't even know why I do that. But it's just... seems better sometimes. I don't trust games. I don't know why, but I never trust them to actually load the right save file, even though they normally do, but... well, I guess a couple of years ago that was different. Alright, so we did actually do all that much in our first session. We only got through the tutorial area and then went to the Ashina Outskirts and killed a bunch of enemies, and now we're here. Actually still about half to the next skill point. I do wonder what that actually does, because it, like, this is everything's locked, so I don't really know how the skill points play into this, but we'll find out. And I wanted to look at a couple of things again that I didn't really fully, look at before, which are these two things. So they are made by monks, right? And I mean, obviously they're a buff item, so I guess I should probably try out how long they actually last, which is something that I'm always wondering with these things. Because sometimes, and I mean, even though From Software is known for designing their games really well, for whatever reason, sometimes they just have items in there that are a bit, like, weird, or their use isn't really all that clear, or it's a very niche use, right? So I'm always kind of on the fence of how to use these items, but what was interesting about them is that it says it's inhuman benediction, so like they made this candy with sort of magical powers in it, which is very interesting, and I'm very looking forward to finding out what this is about, or how they were able to do that. And also the sentence, "You endure the excess karma of men from the spirits within," is also very interesting, because I'm really not sure what that is actually talking about. And I'm also wondering whether or not we get to know, or at least see or visit Senpu Temple, which I'm pretty sure is not where we currently are. At least it doesn't really suggest that it's anywhere near Ashina Castle. Right. I still haven't really tested these. I mean, these I tested, but the Fistful of Ash I didn't. And then I also wanted to look at not the prosthetic, but the upgrade that we got, the Shuriken Wheel. Mechanical device made by the mechanical genius Dogen. Dogen, I guess he's called Dogen with a hard G, but I'm not really sure about it. But he's apparently the master of Emma, or her, like, medical teacher, I guess. So apparently, like, this Dogen guy, if it's a guy, but I suppose it is, kind of suggests that it is. He seems to be not only a mechanical genius, but like a genius all around, basically, right? A person who dabbles in a lot of different fields of practice, because he not only apparently invented this shuriken wheel, but he's also at least partly responsible for the medicinal gourd, the medicinal water that we get. And now I'm kind of wondering if he worked on these prosthetic tools for the shinobi prosthetic. I'm kind of wondering whether or not he was also the one who created the prosthetic in the first place. Which then, did the guy in the temple, in the shrine that we, like the guy who had the shinobi prosthetic before us, did he actually tell us his name? I wonder? Because I don't really remember. I guess I haven't talked to her.
変わったことがあったのですか？どのような？
俺はひとたび死んだ。
Oh, right, yeah.
だが巫女様の声が聞こえ、気づけば再び生きていた。
ひとたび死に、今再び生きている。ならばそれは改正でしょう。
改正。
九郎様の流因の巫女の力と言われています。改正の力を与えられた者は死してなおよみがえる。幾度でも。
バカ。
はい、おかしなことです。ですが現に起きている。また変わったことがあれば知らせてください。改正の力が何も見返りを求めぬとは思えぬのです。
Alright, so she's already hinting that there is a cost to resurrection. That's interesting. And I wonder how that will play out.
狼殿、よく参られました。
We haven't found any gourd seeds so far, and I guess she's not.
生まれつきではない。
It's not a birthmark.
ならば、流因を受けた者に現れるということか、あるいは兆しか。では、また。
So we can resurrect. It has a cost, and it is a power bestowed to us by the dragon's heritage through the divine heir, through Kuro was his name, right? And I think this guy is only called the sculptor, right? Do we know his name?
忍具か。おう、忍び騎手は騎馬じゃと言うたが、忍具を仕込むことでその騎馬は形を変えることができるようになる。敵盾ならば打ち砕き、素早き敵ならば仕留め撃つ。仕込んだ忍具が増えるだけ敵を殺す術も増えるじゃろう。殺す相手なりの殺し方を持つ。そういうことじゃ。
随分と詳しい。
いかんな。いつまでも血生臭いことを言うておるから仏の顔も鬼になるのよ。どれ貸してみろ。わしが忍具を仕込んでやろう。
That was a very interesting line. The more I think of bloodshed, the more demonic my sculptures will become. So, as I suspected before, I mean, he had the prosthetic tool before, so he must have been someone who could actually use it, someone who the tool was useful for, right? And that means he was a great warrior at some point, or at least I assume he was. Now, I'm pretty certain that we don't know his name. I am kind of wondering whether or not he may be Dogen. But then again, I don't know if Dogen necessarily would have been like somebody who was actually fighting himself. And also Emma just standing on the outside, not really mentioning the sculptor would also be weird if he was the one who told her or who taught her all the things she knows about medicine, right? Or the sculptor could be someone who was close to Dogen, and therefore he was the guy Dogen tried out the prosthetic on. So, new prosthetic tool. This is actually cool that he's basically, I guess, carving it into our arm. How does that work? Fitting prosthetic tools. Regular shinobi tools found in the world can be specially adapted to the shinobi prosthetic via the Fit Prosthetic Tools menu. Do I have to go to him for that? A shuriken wheel prosthetic tool fitted to the shinobi prosthetic costs spirit emblems to use. Spirit emblems we already saw in the menu, right? The little like cross things look like a Christian cross basically. Pull a shuriken, load it into the wheel, and launch it at a target in a single flowing motion. The swiftly thrown shuriken damages enemy vitality and posture, particularly against those with a tendency to take to the air. Alright. And one line that also stuck out to me was that he said, like, something along the lines of, if there is an enemy, there is a tool to counter them, right? So that's basically giving you a hint that you're supposed to really use this tools and select the right one for the enemy type you're currently fighting, right? It's also really interesting. I do like the pictures that they have for the individual items that you get. Although it doesn't fully, you can't fully understand how it works, but it's, yeah, essentially like a wheel that you can turn by making like a motion with your arm. The wheel basically turns and then throws out one of the shuriken, I guess. I mean, I get that the spirit emblems are probably mainly a gameplay mechanic, but I do wonder why they chose that specific item to basically to use for the charges that you get. That's interesting. And what's triangle doing here? Oh, that's just the second. Right, and it's R2. I was wondering about that because I didn't actually have the I didn't use R2 before, right? I think L2 is the grappling hook. Well then, and also one other thing that I didn't really talk about in the first session was we found this tool, the shuriken wheels, we found on a guy that looked like one of Lord Genichiro's servants, I guess. Like he has this almost like a hawk mask or something akin to that, and like a some sort of suit or mantle with feathers on. So apparently, like, either they were after us and just died for whatever reason in that shack that we found. Not quite sure. Or is it just supposed to be like a chance encounter? We just randomly find these tools. And that's also what I'm wondering. Whether or not it has any like meaning to where we actually found these. Very interesting. Owned. All right. So I guess I fit it now.
わしが掘る仏はどうやったって怒り顔だ。業深いものはそうなる。 お前さんもいつか掘ってみればわかるだろうさ。それで何か用か？
What was he talking about there? The wrath? So is he implying that because of what he may have done during a war of some sort, or, you know, the killing that he may have done while being a warrior, somehow influenced his being, or somehow made him like a sort of bitter person, and therefore all his carvings like look demonic in his words? Also very interesting.
せいぜい任務を探すことだな。乗りかかった船じゃ。仕込むことだけはしてやろう。
Alright. Prosthetic tool. Prosthetic tools are shinobi tools adapted for use with the shinobi prosthetic. They can be equipped in the equipment menu, and using them consumes spirit emblems. So you can switch them on triangle? That's interesting. I would have thought you'd have to manually basically switch them every time. Prosthetic tool equipment slots have been unlocked. There are 3 slots available to equip and switch out prosthetic tools as needed. On the equipment selection screen, the controls can be viewed through triangle. So we can fit 3 of these. And I guess we can like quickly switch between them as well, or because it says remove, you can just remove them as well. Huh. Also very interesting. And then you get 15 spirit emblems maximum in your inventory, basically. And I guess the parentheses after it means how many I've got in my item box or whatever it's called. All right, and it's red because, oh yeah, spirit emblems. Spirit emblems are required to activate prosthetic tools and are consumed each time these abilities are used. Spirit emblems can be obtained from defeated enemies in the world and purchased from sculpted idols. If you pass near them, they will find their way to you. So we can also buy these. So this is, I think this is actually the first thing that we can spend money on. And then I wanted to talk to this guy, if he has like a new tutorial maybe for the prosthetic. Let's see. Training. No, he doesn't actually. Interesting. I would have thought they'd give you a tutorial for the tool, but I guess not. Do we want to fast travel, or do I want to? I still feel like I haven't really, you know, looked at everything that we can find here. And I talked about that path at length. I'm still not really sure why this temple or shrine is here, because it's really close to the castle, but at the same time doesn't seem to be accessible from the castle, because the way actually leads in the opposite direction. Still really unsure about why that is. Seems like a pretty weird thing to do, to be honest. Oh wait, I probably should look out for these spirit emblems, right? Or do I just guess they're not that hard to collect? These kills are really cool. The only thing I am kind of wondering if they designed this so that you can actually kill most enemies without being seen. Oh, there he is. I guess they would have, right? didn't see us? That's interesting. Last time he saw us. So they do look in different directions, right? What is kind of weird sometimes is that we did I get a spirit emblem from this? Yeah, I think so. Oh right, I totally forget. This is still really weird to me that the spirit emblems just go to you, but you have to actively collect the coins, even though they transfer to you like from miles away. That's a very interesting way of doing things. And then there's this guy over here. Can I actually... Would I have fallen down if I hadn't stopped? I do wonder. I never really killed that guy while I was in the grass, I think. Or did I? See? This is really weird. Why did I stand up instead of, like, it would have been much better to just stay down on the grass and not really... Wait, is there one guy up there? It just looked like it. Isn't there like a... Yeah, that's the second guy. I mean, I guess I could try... Wait, can I... What's this? Right, so now he's coming this way. So you can, basically, by hitting them with the ceramic shards, you can get them to just move to you, I guess. And then you can kill them. Holy hell. That was really unfortunate. He shot me at the exact moment that I... I guess you can probably kill them, but yeah, you can. That's cool. He shot me at the exact moment where I came up this... Like, of course I shouldn't have probably gone up this way when I knew he was looking at me, but... Alright, so I have been down here, I think, right? That was the cave where I found the attack up sugar. It does look like there's only this cave. It doesn't really look like there's anything else. Right, and I did want to go up onto the roof, although I do think... Wait, what? I do think that the roofs are mainly there for you to just traverse them, so that you are able to attack enemies from above. That was a weird animation. Alright, I can't actually. So it's nice to have an outlook over the region, basically. By getting up on the roof. Can I... Yeah. Alright, so you can actually go way up. This is just... It just looks so cool. Like, this vista is really stunning. And it's also, and that's one of the strong suits, I guess, of From Software, right? Showing you where you are going. Basically showing you the whole area that you are going to traverse through in the next, well, probably very long gaming hours. The only thing that's a bit unfortunate is that they really blur out the background, because it's probably pretty low resolution, but I guess that's fine. I mean, it still looks great, right? Alright, so there's another dog. And there was a third dog as well somewhere. And I think this is basically the only way we can go from here, right? I did kill everyone here. Or is there like another way you can choose? I don't think so. There was this weird... can I actually target him from here? No, I can't. The branch that's sticking out of the mountain right there. I thought at first that there was something there, but apparently there wasn't. Or at least you couldn't see anything from above. How do I do this? Let's just go down here, I guess. Is there another person here? No. Wait, that's a dead dog. Ah, whoops. Wasn't there like where are they? I didn't see them the first time either. Alright. It's pretty far down. There's a grappling point. What the what's that black thing over there? It's moving. Is that one of the roosters? Yeah, it is. Probably should kill him then, I guess. Oh. There are the other ones. How do the skill points work anyway? I'm really curious to see what happens when I reach the first skill point. Because you probably want to use them immediately, I guess? Oh, what's that? That looks interesting. Oh. Well, yeah. That didn't really work. Wait, did he do damage to me? No, I don't think so. Right, I still don't have the... So did he turn? Or... No, I think he was already looking this direction. What is that? Is that some kind of war tool? Or is it just like a big lamp or torch, basically? And what is it attached to? Almost looks like a catapult of sorts, right? Because it has like a big rope attached to it. Yeah, could actually be a catapult. Oh, there's a guy over there. Huh. There's an item over there, and this was where we found the prosthetic tool. And there was a third... Where's the third dog? Why is he so hard to see? Oh, there he is. Can I hit him? Yeah, I can. Well, that's kind of cool. I really like the range that you have with the lock on. Oh, holy shit. Is there something here? Why is this here? There's like a forest down there. It's really interesting. Can you actually... Oh, there. There it is. So there is some kind of cave over there, but I don't think we can get to it from here. So is this branch just here to tell you that? There is something over there? Seems strange, but okay. Alright. It's kind of weird that they put jumping on X, but the climbing up is on square. Weird decision, but alright. Yeah. This was the guy we got the shinobi prosthetic from, and he also has, what is that? Looks like a really interesting weapon. So I I guess, or I presume that these are like the shinobis from Lord Genichiro, like his personal guard or something, because we saw one of these guys in the beginning cutscene, right? Shortly after we got our arm cut off. So I suppose they are some sort of personal guard. Well, this doesn't work. Go around this way. So there's one guy over there. Doesn't seem to be anyone up here. More pellets. And that's where the cave is. It's kind of hard to see. I don't really want to go down this way, but we probably want to go down from over there. The grass looks really bad from here. You can really see the like the texture, the way they build it. Kind of looks bad, but just like the wall over there, just the same texture repeated over and over. But no matter, it still looks great. Yeah, this definitely, like, it does seem to be some sort of catapult, right? But it also looks like a huge torch. Maybe it's like a device to catapult like flaming wood onto something in order for it to catch fire, right? Whatever you hit with it would catch fire. That's probably, but it doesn't really look like it would be movable, right? Alright, so I was there already, and there's grass here. Let's see if we can crouch up on that guy over there. Probably want to try the ash. There's another guy up front I just saw. So this is for defense, right? I don't know if I really need that right now. Let's try out the ash. What it actually does. So there's another guy. There's another guy. Couple people over there. We have this guy over here. So he's looking that way. He looks like a mini boss. Can we go down this way? Yeah, we can. Yeah, he definitely is. Boom. Perilous attacks. Some enemies are unguardable. Use unguardable perilous attack. Perilous? Perilous attacks, right? Signified with a dangerous symbol. When these occur, watch carefully and look to perform a specific response. L1 as thrust lands, deflect. X before sweep lands, jump. For grabs, jump or sprint out of the range, or step dodge. So the grabbing one, the tutorial dude already did, right? You can just step away from these. Yeah. Alright. So I guess we'll have to see what he does. Holy shit, alright. So that was... That was a grappling attack, yeah. What the oh shit. Used the wrong stuff. That was sweeping. Sweet. What? How did... what? How did the first thing hit me? Stop healing. Holy shit. Whew. That was really close. Prayer Bead. A Lewis Prayer Bead. Offering 4 of them at a sculptor's idol will increase maximum vitality and posture. Whew, whew, whew. That really gets her going. That's really intense, these fights. Gourd Seeds. Seed from which healing waters continuously spring forth. Give to Emma to increase the maximum uses of the healing gourd. The twisted gourd of medicinal waters was known throughout Ashina since long ago, but it was the extraordinary healer Dogen and his pupil Emma who discovered the self-replenishing nature of this seed. Music is kind of annoying when you're reading through the item descriptions, but alright. Holy hell. That was really intense. That was really intense, and I like it. So, first of all, who was he? Why was he standing there? And, well, I guess we got a bunch of stuff from him, right? Alright, so I don't know what's wrong with the ash. Apparently you can only use the ash when you're standing like right in front of them, which does make sense, and it was pretty effective. So I should probably keep that for stronger enemies, I think. I used all of my pallets, but that's fine. I'm still not really sure about the parry timing. Like, it's still kind of weird. I'm really more like spamming my way through these fights rather than actually trying to find the right timing for everything, which is, yeah, definitely have to get used to this. Now let's look at this thing. It's kind of a tower, and it does have some sort of like almost like a water basin on top. But it also does look like a trebuchet almost. It is connected to some sort of like the point where it's connected to probably is able to swing, right? Would really like to know what that is. The rope looks really weird, by the way. Yeah, would really like to know. Alright, so I guess we got the... wait, can I open that door? Seems to be closed from the other side. I do wish you would just crouch down once you go up to a ledge. So I'm out of healing right now. There was a sculptor's idol back there, right? And this guy is probably staying dead since he gave me the items. So I could just go back and improve everything. And then come back here. Are those ravens over there? Looks like it, right? Looks like a camp of sorts. think there are a lot of guys down here. And I do have a... Wait, I have a skill point, right? At least it does say that. So what does that mean exactly? I got quite a lot of spirit emblems. So I think you can be... right, I should have definitely equipped the sugar. Let's equip this, because I have 3 of them, and against an enemy like this that I just fought, having higher defense is probably a good idea. Prayer bead, gourd seed, upgrade materials. This wasn't here before. That's interesting. Yeah, let's just go back. This is a really good point to use. I mean, that's probably why they put the sculptor's idol right here. That's still weird. Wait, what? Are you supposed to only grapple up there? That was weird. Commune. Aha! The Enhance Physical Attributes option has been unlocked in the Sculptor's Idol menu. Here you can spend 4 prayer beads to create a prayer necklace, which will permanently increase your maximum vitality and posture. So, yeah, I can't do that right now, but that's interesting. So vitality is a necklace that you wear around your neck? That's interesting. Purchase spirit emblems. I do want to know what I can do with my skill point. It says I have 1 skill point, but I don't have anything to use it on. Alright, so I can just purchase... Is that 1 spirit emblem? I guess. By the way, what's that supposed to be? Like, from far away, it looks like a Christian cross, right? But if you look at it closely, it doesn't appear to be a cross. It's more looking... It's almost like an angel made out of, like, Japanese scrolls or something. Because it's basically scrolls next to each other, but then it has this weird head shape on top. That's weird. So I do wonder if we can actually purchase other things later on. Probably. Dilapidated temple. Outskirts wall. Gate path. Gate path. It's also a very interesting name. Because I was wondering, right? Because the bridges are destroyed. It almost looks like... Deflect every last attack and you'll be able to inflict a great deal of posture damage. Yeah. New training option available. Nice. So it actually tells you. Huh. That's interesting. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought right there. I am wondering about the... Maybe my skills are still locked or something? Which is really annoying, because obviously, like, you want to spend skill points if you can lose them, right?
Oh, Kami dono. Yoku mairaremashita.
Consume gourd seed to increase... Yes. Please.
はい。それをこちらに。種をひょうたんに植え付けます。よし。これで薬水の傘が増すでしょう。
妙な薬だ。
Yeah, indeed.
妙ですか。うん。悪い気はしません。貢献があれば奇妙と思うことでも勇んですべし。それが我が師道元の教えですので。
Dogen.
そうか。
Alright.
ひ
So
ょう
it's a
たん
hardship.
の種を見つけたならばまた持ってきてください。薬水のかさ増しをしましょう。
Alright.
では
Dogen. Yeah, so that's his name. Dogen. See, Dogen. It's probably Japanese pronunciation. Although I don't think that it's a Japanese name.
そこもとか。それがしを
What you
使
got
い
for me?
刀の修
Oh,
練を
right,
積む
probably about the death blows. Yeah. It's really interesting that they let you fight an enemy who can actually perform death blows, and then after the fact, they actually give you the training for it. Yeah, that's really interesting. Consecutive deflections. That's what I was struggling with. Deflecting once doesn't always mean an enemy will stop attacking. Consecutive attacks can be countered with consecutive deflections, which can greatly damage enemy posture. Alright, so I suppose you have to... How the fuck did I do that? Wait, I think he just doesn't damage me. That's really weird. It feels more like you're actually spamming the deflect button rather than timing it. Because every time I try to time it, it just seems to be too late. Which is weird. The lower one's vitality, the slower their posture recovers. For enemies with seemingly unbreakable posture, use techniques such as dodge. Counterattack reduces their vitality, making their posture easier to break. Alright. Will you please attack? Oh. I was just waiting for that, I guess. Why is he running? It's not where I am. Alright. I mean, it's kind of an interesting system, right? You either try to get their health low, but your main objective is to break their posture in order to basically instantly kill them. It's a really interesting system. It's just that it's... the timing for deflections is just really hard to manage in the beginning, I feel like. And it feels also like you're... like it's too easy to just spam the counterattack button and instead of actually countering or deflecting the right way. I don't know. Like if they're attacking really quickly, then you're basically just spamming L1. So thrust attacks you can counter with L1, right? Thrust attacks cannot be guarded, but they can be countered by deflecting or step dodging to the side of them. So you can also step dodge them. That's interesting. timing? Why? What? I really don't know the timing on these. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm not really changing up my timing all that much, but it does have like a huge effect on whether or not it works or not, which is weird. Like sometimes it feels like you have a huge window where you can deflect an attack, and sometimes it feels like, you know, there is no window at all. Sweep attacks cannot be guarded or deflected. They must be jumped over to be avoided. That's what the big dude I just fought did a couple of times. Jump kicking an enemy during sweep attacks deals heavy posture damage, often leading directly to a death blow. Counter sweep attacks to perform 3 death blows. So, the weird thing about this is that I think you have to actually jump forward. No, wait. I have to, yeah. Yeah, that's... That's incredibly easy to do. Because you can just jump pretty early. That's way easier than deflecting. But overall, the weird part is that overall most attacks, even those that you can deflect, feel like if you try and deflect them very early, then you always have like the advantage of possibly still deflecting it, even though you were early. Applied. I really do wonder whether or not you get something at the end. Holy sh! I didn't expect that. That was a sweep. That. I expected the sweep again. Why the... It's really hard to know sometimes whether or not they do more attacks. Why is he running backwards? Yeah, you're running backwards. I don't know why. That was easy. That was too early. It's kind of hard to see. If you know that wrong. If you know that an enemy has a certain type of death blow attack, then that's easy, right? You will always know what to do, but actually seeing whether or not it's like a sweeping motion or like a thrust attack. I'm really struggling with the controls. I don't know why. Why? Oh. Yeah, I didn't train with anybody else but me. Soka.
なんだそれがしの死なずもそこもとの役に立ったのならば意味があったのやもしれぬ。
Alright.
また来るが
I
いい
do hope that we get something out
そ
of
こ
doing
も
these
との
training
技の
sessions.
試し
Because
い
they
くらでも
feel
受け負うぞ
weird. I mean, I get that they're only supposed to teach you the basics, but I don't feel like they're actually doing a good job with that, because it's way too easy to, you know, learn these things with him. I don't know. Still don't have something for the skill points. So let's go to the gate path. Wait, open the antique map. Holy hell. That looks cool. Wow. That looks really cool. So, That's weird. From this map, you would assume that, like, on the bottom left, that's the front entrance to the whole region, basically, right? To Ashina. But it's broken. It's a broken bridge. I don't know. Seems weird. And then on this picture, you can see the temple, or the shrine that I'm currently at, and in this case, still intact bridge, but it looks like the way would actually lead to, well, the castle, basically, but it really doesn't in reality. We're in the proper level, which is also interesting. And then we have something in the back. And the Ashina Reservoir is behind the castle from where we are now. So, like, looking at this map, the castle is basically the middle of Ashina, right? And we are currently in like a small town in front of the castle, which I was, you know, thinking about that it could be something like that, where like merchants and just overall smiths and people like that would probably live. So not people that are sort of allowed in the castle, but people that are necessary for it, right? And then there is a cave of sorts. I can see a cave with like a pond or something. The reservoir, we can see the moon tower, I guess, right? And then there's actually a really big bridge on the backside, which I guess could also be like a different entrance to the whole area. But it's not where the moonlit tower was. Somewhere else. Wait, where's actually the part where we wanted to escape from? Oh, in the back, right? Yeah, you can actually see that. So all the way to the top in the back, it looks like there is the meadow with the grass. So that's where we probably fought Genichiro, right? It's really cool. It's a really cool map, and also I really like the aesthetics of it. Like the old feeling, so you can sort of see everything, and you know where everything is, but at the same time it's still mysterious, right? Can't make out certain details. So I guess it's always the same map, yeah. It doesn't really change. It's interesting that they give you that. Because it, yeah, again, it looks really cool. Sweep attacks can neither be guarded nor deflected. You can jump. All right. It's a dog. It's really interesting that they let you do things like this. Is he still seeing me? So he has seen me, but he's not actually running after me. That's interesting. Oh, and another thing that I was wondering about, all these like red banners, they're all... Who's that dude? Is that a normal dude? Yeah, it is. Kind of looked really big. These red banners. I'm still wondering why they would use these. I guess they are for like a military camp. If you are on the road basically with an army, you would put them up so that everybody knows who you are basically. But it feels kind of unnecessary, right? Why would you have something like that? Alright, so let's see, how can we do that? Probably want to get out the ceramic shards here. And it would probably be pretty useful to start at the top, I think. There's someone down there. Why is the grass there? I really hate that he just stands up again after you've grappled to something. Feels so unnecessary. I do want to get to that tent over there with the ravens. I really like it that you can get up this high. Oh wait, we can actually... So... This is the way we came from, and behind this rock is the path that leads to the shrine. So it still doesn't really make any sense to me, because it, like, theoretically, there could be a path behind this rock that would lead down to the valley, right? But it doesn't seem to be connected. Like, this is definitely not connected in any way to the mountain over there. So there is no way to get from the castle to the shrine where we just were, except for maybe the trapdoor, which I find really peculiar. Because why would you have a shrine like this in a location where you can only get up from the valley, but not from the actual castle? Because you'd imagine that people who are in the castle, who are living in the castle, or in this town in front of the castle, would want to pray at the shrine, right? So maybe it was built in secret? That actually could be, although it seemed like a pretty popular shrine, right? Because of all the pieces of paper that were hanging in the front. Really, really weird. Alright, there's a staircase. And there's... No, those are two dudes. That's unfortunate. There's a dude. I think there was somebody else over there. So at least 3, probably 4. Then there seems to be someone in the destroyed house over there. How do you get to the tent anyway? Looks really high up, maybe from the roof of that building? I'm really, really biding my time here. So I can probably just grapple to that? Yeah. And you can actually eavesdrop on them. Kind of hard to imagine that they wouldn't see someone jumping from that tower over there on this branch, but alright. Gyobu the demon. Huh. Interesting. Ah, there's another dude over there. There's no grass here. This is really unfortunate. They don't really give you opportunities to actually stealth kill, right? You can stealth kill one guy, but then everybody else sees you, basically. I mean, I guess I could go down and try and lure somebody else to me instead of killing these two, but I really want to kill one of them. So Ishin is sick, and Genichiro is strong. But Genichiro wants to use Kuro for his purpose. So even though they are part of the same family or of sorts, they still are not on the same page. So, you know, whatever's causing Ishin to be sick is probably the reason why get a ceramic shard from these guys. This feels pretty cheap what I'm doing right now, but I don't know why they aren't attacking me. I guess they're dead. Did I actually get... oh. So I got hurt or something. Maybe I should probably use the pellets to heal, right? Rather than the So, did he just lose sight of me, or does he still know where I am? I think he still knows. I don't know why the other four guys were just... why they weren't attacking me. That was really weird, because they came around the edge and then they just kept getting back, right? They were constantly going back again. Wait, what the fuck? Do I have to grapple onto that? Why? I guess he just forgot about me. So the AI doesn't seem all that smart, I guess. I don't know why they didn't attack me. Was I out of their, like, range or something? That was weird. Because I thought, like, I really thought that they would just attack me all at once and that I wouldn't really be able to do anything against it. It's also really interesting that they give you a lot of ceramic shards. So the ravens are over there. Is there anyone left? I don't think so, right? Oh, there's a guy. Holy shit, I didn't see him. What are you doing here? They are really hard to see sometimes, which makes it pretty worth it to check out the environment. Although then again, oh right, this is where the What's going on here? Nothing over here. There, where the cave was. Can I go? There's actually a path down here. Which is interesting. Doesn't really seem to lead anywhere though. I guess you can jump over there? Do you? Wait. Where was... No, the cave is over there. So you are supposed to drop down from up top, I guess? I'm gonna do that once I'm returning to the sculpture's idol. There is an item as well. Yeah. Gonna get that later. First I want to check out what's up here. Yeah, I can just drop down from where the sculptor's idol is. Just have to remember to do that. Is there no other guy here? Seems to me like there should be someone else here. It's also really... Oh, another item. It's really interesting that there are this many broken down houses. Oh, right, that's okay. Mibu Balloon of Wealth. Mibu Balloon filled with fountainhead water, imbued with a blessing of wealth. If one pops the golden Mibu Balloon and prays, those its water splashes upon will acquire more coin for a period of time. Mibu means aquatical life, or life born of the water. The Ashina consider the fountainhead water itself to be worthy of worship. Interesting. There is a really strong connection to water, which is interesting. The medicinal water, or gourd, the medicinal gourd, and then this. And the castle having like a huge reservoir at the back. Almost seems like there is some important connection to water. Really have to look around to not miss another guy. Still don't know how to get up there though. Want to clear out the area first though. Holy shit, I didn't see him. Where the fuck did he come from? And where is he going? Who is that guy? He looks like, you know, one of the big Cyclops enemies from 14, who are baking the mochi for the New Year's Eve event. Just a bit more demonic. Ugh. What the fuck are you doing here? Can I just kill you? Ugh. Why did he just disappear? What the fuck? He just vanished. Why? What? He almost looked like he had no eyes, or almost like his eyes were like gouged out. They were bloodshed, like bloody, and holy hell. So was that some kind of demon? Oh, you can actually, so if you sneak around the backside here, you can go up there. Don't know if that's worth anything though. The valley looks a bit too far below, right? It's almost unrealistically far below. Why can you grapple up here? What's the purpose of that? So all the other enemies are actually still lying here. Why did this one disappear? I don't think that he was like a boss dude. I suppose he would respawn, right? Although by him disappearing, I kind of like, if you go by Bloodborne's logic, the enemies that disappear probably don't come back. But I'm really not sure. And why didn't I see him before, such a big dude? Shouldn't he have been like visible around here? Or was his path just really long? Maybe he came from down here or something? I'm really curious about these branches sticking out, but I guess it's mainly an escape route of sorts. I mean, that's not a path. You can probably like grapple down to them and then hang on to the latch from the outside or something. All right. Before I continue, I want to look at the tent up above. So can I get up on this building? Should be able to, right? Or not? Yeah. Oh, there's even an item here. Light coin purse. And a bird's nest. Huh. How do I get up there? Doesn't really seem to be a grapple point. Am I missing something? There's a ledge over there. Maybe you have to go from the backside? No, it's not from this side. And this just leads down, right? So you can't go up there. I could jump down there and then try to go back up. Oof. Did I just say oof? Am I an idiot? What the fuck's wrong with me? Does he have like a cannon? Is that a cannon? Or is it just like a really... I think that's a cannon. Holy hell. Cannon from Bloodborne is returning, I guess. Alright, so I need to look down first before I go up to the tent. Who are you? It's like a woman. I don't think she's probably not an enemy. And there's a rooster. Who are you? Does she have like a bell? Yeah, she does. It seems like I can also interact with the guy down there.
Oh, Inosuke ka, segare yo. Waka-sama o minakatta ka no? なんじゃ、黙ってしもうて。腹でも痛いかの？そなたは昔から腹を下しやすかったな。まあよい。せがれよ。この鈴をそなたに託そう。若様のことを案じ作った守り鈴じゃ。この守り鈴を仏様にお供えしておくれ。
Young Lord's Bell Charm. I gotta offer it to Buddha. A bell charm received from an old woman who asked that it be offered to Buddha. So I guess that means the Buddha statue in the sculptor's hut, shrine. Bell charms protect their holders through Buddha's divine protection. If one finds themselves the owner of another bell charm, offering it to Buddha on their behalf is common courtesy. So it, kind of nudges you to do it. The sculptor at the dilapidated temple can advise on how it should be offered. I just noticed the temple is called dilapidated, so maybe the fact that it can't really be accessed from the castle means that it just was built very long ago, and they just really, like, maybe there was an access point at some point, but it just was never rebuilt. Maybe there was another bridge that's just not there anymore. It's just weird that they wouldn't include at least like a broken bridge, because they already did include 2 of them. Young Lord's Bell Charm. Alright, so I've gotta offer that to the Buddha statue in the shrine or temple.
仏様に備えてくれたかえ。ほら、偏屈な仏師がおるあれ
So
寺
she
がある
knows
じゃ
about
ろ。
the sculptor.
仏様ならそこにおられるでな。
I wouldn't have thought that she would know the sculptor. Isn't she part, like... I mean, who is she anyway? Because the bell charm is from Kuro, right? From the young boy, the young heir. Why would she have that? So I guess she's probably like a maid of sorts? A maid of the castle, and she isn't allowed to actually live in the castle, or for whatever reason she came out to the like town in front. Kind of weird. Wait, is he actually... what the... They are apparently really... Can I target you? Yes, I can. There's another one. Wasn't all that much damage, but should have been avoided anyways. There are a lot of, like... What's that book? No, it's also... a lot of stuff here. Let's see, anything around the house? So, yeah, I think she's probably like a maiden. Not a maiden, a maid of sorts. Like somebody who works for the family of the divine heir. And that's how she knows him. Although then again, I do wonder why she would entrust her son with something that belongs to the heir. It's also really interesting. Litecoin purse, Litecoin purse, Litecoin purse. You do get quite a lot of money. Well, that broke quickly. I am wondering whether or not... Oh, you can... Wait, that's why it's there. You can probably grapple up from down here. So if you've run this way and you want to get away from some enemies, you can just grapple up. That's interesting. And then there's this guy. Yeah, that's definitely a cannon. Another guy down there. Another guy down there. So at least 3. He's alive.
誰ぞそこにおるのか
Why is he lying there? There were a couple people here, right? Wouldn't they have seen him?
いやまさかな御人我が名は野上伊之助
Nogami Inosuke.
平田家の老頭だったどうかそこのあばら屋の老婆の様子見てやってくれぬか私の母なのだが狂ってしまいもはや誰が誰だか分かっておらぬお主の母に会ったぞ鈴をもらったそうか礼を言う母はその鈴をずっと気にかけていた我ごとのように仏様に備えろと
It's troubled her for a long time.
先ほどの御人か母の相手をしてくれかたじけない母はその鈴をずっと気 気に
The
かけてい
bells
た
troubled her. Why would the bell trouble
我が
her?
ことのように
So they both know the Hirata family, right? The Hirata family is Kuro's family, so the family of the divine heir. Is Ishin part of that family as well, or are they like Genichiro and stuff? Are they more the original like protectors of the family? Still kind of not really clear why we're fighting against against one another. Alright, so I guess... Do I have ceramic shards? Yeah. Can I hit him with that? Did he actually see me, or... I didn't hit him, but he was alerted by it, so... Wait. He didn't actually see me up until now. Alright, that was weird. Oh, there are also some items down there. There are a lot of, like, these weird pathways around rocks and stuff that you wouldn't necessarily consider going after. So if I grapple onto that, that guy's probably shooting at me, right? So maybe I can grab this one. Doesn't really seem to be anything else here. And yeah, this is definitely the way up to the tent. And then I still have to look at that cave. There's just a lot of like hidden stuff. He also looks kind of above. I mean, I guess you have to be like a strong dude to handle like a cannon like that. So there was one other guy standing near the door there. So you probably want to take out the dude on the top first. First I want to get up here. That over there is the path that I saw before, right? So you might have been able to actually jump up here. Then there's still an item down there, but in order to get it you have to go that way. But then you can go that way. Onto the top and then to that guy. Oh, there's a guy we can talk to. This is always... This is actually one of the things I just... Let's pause here for a second. This is one of the things I always felt kind of on the fence about when it came to From Software games. They do these... they create this really cool worlds, right? With all this atmosphere and... You know, the level design is really good, and the enemy placement is really good, and item placement is really good. But then they just put random NPCs in these spots where they don't really make any sense, almost, right? I just cleared out an area where some dude in a tent is sitting on top of a cliff. And then there is another dude who's almost dead at the bottom, and his mother standing with a bell in hand and actually using the bell, right? So either they weren't seen by all the guys that I took down, or they just, for whatever reason, didn't kill them. Maybe they do belong, like it, you can kind of assume that they, like the wolf and the divine heir are... No, let me rephrase that. You can kind of assume that people don't really know about what's going on with the divine heir, right? A lot of common people probably don't even know about the dragon's heritage and all that kind of stuff. So maybe they just didn't really care. but it just feels weird that there are these NPCs just randomly between enemies, right? If they would be like at a more remote location where enemies can't really get to. I mean, this guy is sitting on top of a cliff, but it's not like there are towers just basically 30 meters away that are way higher than the cliff he's sitting on. So why is he not an enemy, and why are the other ones attacking me? That's always like, that's something traditional RPG, or not traditional RPGs, but you know, when you think about The Witcher or even Elder Scrolls for that matter, they are more, it does make a lot more sense. You know, when you're in a town, nobody's actually attacking you, and just it's a more realistic take on the whole thing. Whereas in this case, it's sort of weird, right? It's supposed, or at least as far as I know now, from having only played like the tutorial area and a bit of this area, it seems to be a much more realistic take. Even though there is some kind of magic going on, it seems to be way more realistic, a way more realistic story than something like Bloodborne that takes place in different stages of dreams, right? So having these people here that are well, essentially just, I don't know, sitting here, I guess, not doing anything, it does feel weird. It really feels weird and not really all that logical, I guess. It's not really a big deal, but it's still something worth pointing out, because I do feel like they could have done a much better job. I mean, maybe I have missed some dialogue, right? Maybe there was some dialogue somewhere that talked about these people, but I think that's what they should have included, right? They should have included these dudes over there, for example, that I eavesdropped on, talking about this weird guy sitting on top of a cliff. It looks almost like a... Well, not really. It doesn't really look Japanese, what he's wearing. What are you doing here?
Gokuyo, ikaga ka ne? Ku, sayo, shisha tachi no gomeifuku no tame, shina o utte oru.
Items to be offered to the
Mita
dead.
tokoro anta mo, zuibun to koroshite oru na. Gokuyo, shite ikinasare yo.
So he's a merchant. Well, I mean, for whatever reason, the castle is basically at war, right? So maybe he's basically just a weird guy selling, I guess, something like prayer beads to soldiers? And that's why he's here? So it kind of makes sense, but it's still really weird. Oh, so you can actually... So you're probably supposed to use these things pretty frequently, like the sugar as well. Because 50 coins, or 50 sen, I think it's called, isn't all that expensive, right? Robert's firecrackers. Firecrackers from across southern seas. Can be fitted to the shinobi prosthetic to become a prosthetic tool. So these ones I definitely want to get. 500. I can probably buy that if I use my coin purses, right? Makes a deafening sound, frightening to animals. Sold by little Robert and his father to raise funds for their travels. Their voyage brought them to Japan, where they would seek the undying in an attempt to extend Robert's life. Holy hell. That's a lot of lore in one item. Raise funds for their travel. So they created fireworks, basically, and sold them. From across southern seas. Southern? Is that supposed to be China? I mean, China is not really southern, but maybe, I mean, depending how you look at it, maybe there's like a trade route. Or do they mean Australia in this case? Wait, is that possible? Yeah, the era in which this game plays, wouldn't that be like early 19th century or something? Or a bit earlier, maybe? So Australia has definitely already been discovered and people are living there. So either it means Australia or it means a southern part of China or something. From across southern seas. Or it's referring to the southern, some of the southern islands from Japan. But southern seas makes it sound like it's really far away. And who is Little Robert? So why does this guy have that? Brought them to Japan, where they would seek the undying in an attempt to extend Robert's life. So Little Robert and his father, for whatever reason, Robert, the kid, was apparently dying, and his father basically wanted him to live longer. So the undying, that's really interesting, right? So there are people that can't die in this world. We can resurrect, which I wouldn't necessarily call undying. I don't really know, because I would say that the wolf is definitely different to the tutorial guy, right? Who can basically just really die over and over and is basically like a zombie. Whereas a wolf still seems to be mostly human. So I guess there's some kind of transition period. And I don't know whether or not everything of that is related to the dragon's heritage or if there's something else going on. But apparently this Robert we're supposed to become an undying for whatever reason. That's really interesting. But this is a one-time item, so we definitely want to purchase that. And then we have antidote powder. Powerful antidote concocted by the Sunken Valley clan. Wherever that is. Heals status abnormality poison and temporarily increases poison resistance. So the resistance probably also really important. Magnetite deposits are found in the Sunken Valley, but the place is dangerously toxic. Antidote powder is essential for anyone attempting to mine the ore. That sounds like an area we're probably gonna get to at some point. Antidote powder. It's interesting that he's selling that though, because we haven't actually seen anyone using poison. And you can actually buy a coin purse. Oh, I just realized though, the number next to him, does that indicate how much he has of everything? So if I buy all 4 pellets, are they forever gone? Because that would be pretty significant, because that would mean that the sugar isn't actually as freely usable as I thought. And why would you buy 3 coin purses? So that's basically just saying, well, you have the money, and you don't know what else to do with it, so you just spend it here in order to get the coin purses to not lose the money. Also really interesting. Oh, right, this is all items, and then, all right, 500. I can also sell. Wait, so if I sell it to him, it gives me 100 sen. If I use it, would it just equally give me 100 sen? Or does that work differently? upgrade materials. You can sell upgrade materials? Why would you do that? Alright, let's see. He's part of the memorial mob. So he's basically responsible for cleaning up areas where people have died. And apparently there are other people like him that are part of the memorial mob. That's also interesting. Alright. Inventory. So if I use this, it gives me 100. So I can either directly sell them or just use them. That's good. So I'm gonna sell one of the coin purses and then purchase the firecrackers. Should I actually buy something else? I mean, I still have enough pellets. I guess it doesn't really make any sense to buy something else, because it's... I would be kind of interested to see whether or not his stock replenishes at some point. Or whether or not it actually it might be worth to purchase everything he has. It might not be. Let's just get the firecrackers for now. I mean, didn't I already scare them away? Cruelty won't be tolerated. What is that supposed to mean? Huh. Alright. So we have another tool that is apparently very effective against animals. I mean, it really looks cool, because you kind of, you try to imagine how this looked like when it was actually in use, right? And all the buildings were repaired, and you know, it would have been a really beautiful area, really beautiful town that you would really like to visit. Alright, I guess I'm gonna try and kill that dude over there. There were items down there as well. No idea how to get to them yet. I've been playing really, I mean, I'm not really far away from the sculptor's idol, but I've been playing very long. Since last I got one of them. So I could go back up, right? Did I already? Yeah. There aren't any items in the grass. So I think I'm trying to kill that dude with a cannon. How do I get... What's the most efficient way to get down from here? I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way, right? I want to get back to the grass. So I should probably just head down here. And the cave over there. We can't forget. If I just jump, he's probably gonna notice me, right? So... Wait, do I really want to get that item over there? Alright, you can jump quite far apparently. Gachiin's... Gachiin? I guess Gachiin's sugar. The High Senpu priest gave this candy to a band of short but adept assassins. Suppresses sound and presence for a time, making the user harder to detect. Bite the candy and take the gachi in stance to impart its inhuman benediction. The assassins do Senpu's dirty work. Once hired guards, now extensions of the monk's will in their quest for undeath. Alright, so this is quite the interesting information about the monks. So we already knew from the other like sugar pieces that the monks like dabbled in this magic basically, and they imbued their magic into these candies. But now it specifically says that they are on a quest for undeath. So they are specifically looking into becoming an undying, I guess. And they have assassins that are or were guards of the monks, and they are apparently also looking for, you know, undying, or how to become an undying. Suppress the sound and presence for a time. That's really interesting. I do wonder whether or not we get to Senpu Temple. So the other item description of the antidote made it sound like we would get to the valley at some point. But whether or not we'll actually get to Senpu Temple, I don't know. This is also really interesting. I just noticed from down here, it looks like there's just a vast, like, nothingness down there, basically. But from up top, it looked like there were trees in here. I don't know whether or not that's an oversight of the developers. So I can't get to the cave from here. Is there... Am I supposed to just jump? Yeah. I can grapple up there. Can I see what's in the cave? No. It's actually really high up. Yeah, we're definitely supposed to drop down, and then probably you can grapple over here. Why do people always seek, like, to become undying or something? Shouldn't they have learned by now that that's never a good idea? Alright, so these two guys, wasn't there like a third one? Or did I kill that one already? I think those are the only two left. I want to kill that guy without being seen though. Doesn't seem to be any items up here. I can grapple over there. I can't really jump. Oh, can I grapple over there? That looks weird. Why does it look like a triangle? Oh. That's why. So it's just a point to grapple on, not something you can actually go up. That's interesting. Am I missing something? Feels like I'm running into an ambush killing that guy. Is there even anything down there? There's no one up here, right? Bye-bye! Black gunpowder. Black grains forming the base for gunpowder, material used in alchemical prosthetic tool upgrades, including those of an explosive and occultic nature. Even the most mundane form of gunpowder has a wide variety of applications. Used in alchemical prosthetic tool upgrades. So I can upgrade the fireworks possibly with this? Antidote powder. Yeah. That's interesting. I wonder whether or not you can farm that. Did I cut off his head? What the f... I think it just looks weird. Where's his head? What happened to him? What? Alright, so there's one guy down there, and another two guys over there. Those look like you could maybe eavesdrop on them. Should I try that? I don't know if that guy would see me. Hope he doesn't see me. Can I eavesdrop on them? Apparently not. At least not from this location. Maybe from over there? Don't really want to bother though. I really want to kill that guy first. This is like the coolest part of the whole game, definitely. You didn't see nothing. Can I go up? Yeah. Let's just grapple up here. Why can't I eavesdrop on them? Come here, my dude. There. I'm still way too late with this. I'm still far too late with my guards. I mean, you definitely don't want to guard too early, because it's not going to be a deflect, but I think it's just better overall to try and do that. So I could jump over there, but I really don't want to go off the beat path right now, because I kind of want to travel back to the temple. Wait, why would... Yeah, because I have the prosthetic tool, right? And I need another sculptor's idol. This is actually going to take me a huge... What? What? Why do they tell me to sprint right now? Oh, that's really beautiful. Why are you able to go up here? So there's definitely a path where you can go through the big mountain rocks and up the side. I don't know if you really want to do that though. So I was already up there. Do I want to heal? If I see another enemy, I probably want to, right? Really curious if I would have been able to eavesdrop on them. No, I can just jump up. So this is definitely just a grapple point. You can't go up there, it seems. Can go, however. Or I can't? What? Alright, let's take a look at this building. So there's an item down there. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. Holy shit. Are they burning bodies in here? Those are definitely human bones. The asset looks kind of weird. But are they burning like war victims basically? People who were killed during the war? Pallet. So I guess it makes sense to use pellets more often, because you do seem to get quite a lot of them. This is the path, right? Yeah. there's definitely something over there. You can definitely go over there. I don't know if I want to, though. Can maybe even jump over there? And drop down there. Holy hell. There are a lot of ways to do this. Or maybe I really have to? It almost seemed like you can grapple back up, but I don't... Yeah, well, yeah, you can. You can definitely grapple back up here. Which is interesting. So maybe I should do that. But first of all, I think we're just gonna go through this gate. I can also just jump over here. What is that? That looks interesting. There are a bunch of these... What are they called again? Did you use for the prosthetic tool? Doesn't really say, actually. I really want to spend my skill points on something. It's kind of bothering me that I think you probably... You have to... you probably have to unlock some sort of skill tree or something. Also seems like you can go that way. There's really a lot of paths that you can take. I'm just wondering... Oh, there's another sculptor's idol. I was really wondering when another one would appear. Alright, so definitely want to kill the rooster, I guess. Can I... Didn't actually alert anybody. Huh. I mean, 4 is quite a lot, but why not? So there's something down there. I see 2 guys over there, and there's probably some sort of ambush waiting or some stronger enemy over there. And I guess there's nobody down here. Well, I can just... Doesn't actually seem to be the case. And why can you go over here? I forgot that you can't... That's actually really annoying that you can't hang on to those ledges. So I killed the rooster. Let's just go down here. I mean, you can always go back up again. There's something over there. Oh, holy shit. For a moment I thought there was somebody... What are you doing here? No?
忍びの旦那だ。いやあの世以来ですね。
That night?
あ、旦那、覚えてねえんですか？へえ、なるほど、覚えてねえ。
なるほど。
なあ旦那、あっしはあんたに会ったことがある。その頃は賊をやってやした。それから足を洗って物売りを始めたんでさ。が、銭がない。銭がないから品もない。そこで旦那、あっしにちーとばかし銭を用立てていただけやせんか。それを元手に旦那にもきっと役立つ品を仕入れやす。それからおまけにあの世のこと話して差し上げやしょう。どうです？悪い話じゃねえでしょ。
I suppose. I mean, for 10 sen.
銭だ。
旦那、ありがてえ。
話してくれ。
ああ、もちろんでさ。あの世、あっしらは平田の屋敷に押し入りやした。平田はご存知の通り、芦名の分家。ちんけな野党なんざ普通は返り討ちです。けど 先だっての戦の折だ。若い侍はほとんど出払ってたんでさ。そこを狙って押し入りやして、そんで火をつけ奪った。その最中でさ、旦那と会ったのだ。旦那は何かを探してた。そんな風に見えやしたね。あっしが知ってるのはそんなもんでさ。
そうか。
ああ、あの世もちょうどそんな顔してやした。今も何かをお探しで？ねえ旦那、お題さえいただけりゃ他にも知りたいことをお教えできるかもしれやせん。ぜひ情報を買ってください。
A merchant of information, at least. I really like the box in front of him. That's like an offering box, right? Where it has these grates, so you can throw in coin, but it's locked, so only the people who are supposed to open it can open it. That's a really cool detail. So he's a thief, and he broke into the Hirata estate in a night where they were attacked, and he met me there. And for whatever reason, I lost my memory.
情報を買おう。
お買い上げありがとうございます。ああ、なんたって旦那は忍びでさ。忍びの道具の情報を教えて差し上げやしょう。
頼む。
あっし、すげえ勢いで火が出る筒を見かけたことがありやす。平田屋敷の押し入りの時、あっしの仲間がぶんどったもんです。ボーボーってな調子ですげえ勢いで火を吹いてやしたよ。
Alright. This I didn't expect. A tattered note written by Anna Yama. Seems to be from some years ago. Lucrative info number 36. When we broke into Hirata estate, we found a barrel that spewed flame. The boys lit a roaring bonfire with it and made merry with a drink. Must have been a shinobi's tool. So at first I thought he was talking about the firecrackers that I just purchased from the other guy, because I suppose that they might belong together. But this sounds different. Lucrative info number 36. Are there actually 36 different pieces of information that I can purchase off of him? That sounds like a lot. We found a barrel that spewed flame. But a barrel is huge. That wouldn't be a shinobi's tool, right? Or is it just telling me that I can light a barrel on fire in order to let it explode? Fire shooting tube. I mean, it could also just be a normal gun, right? Or is that like what the dude I just killed with a big cannon? Is that what it is? Please look forward to it, trademark. Alright, so is it random, the piece of information that he gives me, or why does it say 36? And do I have that in my inventory? Flame barrel metal. Yeah, I do. That's interesting. So maybe he just gives you random tidbits of information if you buy them from him? I'm just wondering, like, how that works. Ooh, remnant. There are actually dead horses over there. Looks kind of haunting.
これも平田のものだ。弔ってやらねば。九郎様、エマ殿、平田から逃れてきた者、他にはもうほとんど残っておりません。そうですか。すまぬ。流因を狙う者は絶えぬ。平田の者たちを私が巻き込んでしまった。
Alright. So he doesn't want to involve others, which I guess is noble of him. People seek him out for his dragon's heritage, because they, I guess, want to become immortal or something to that extent. I don't know what he's talking about, though. There are not many Hirata family members left, apparently. Is that blood on my face? Alright, so I could go up here, I could go down there. There is a sculptor's idol over there, right? So I should probably, because it's getting kind of late. Probably gonna continue this tomorrow, I guess. There's still a really whole bunch of stuff that we can uncover here. That's where I was earlier, right? So I can scour through this area. Enemy over there, item over there, and then something over there. And the whole way down the cliffside. There are definitely a couple of items down there. I mean, I could just save right here and try to go down the cliffside. I think I just want to get the small cave near the other sculptor's idol, and then I'm probably gonna head back to the dilapidated temple. Is that an enemy? I think that's an enemy. He looks really big, though. Yeah, I suppose that's some kind of mini-boss in this area. That's where I was, right? That's where the dogs spawn. The thing I'm wondering is, why is there a path up there? Wouldn't that just lead back to where I was anyway? Wait, can I go up there from here? Yeah, definitely. You can see the castle in the distance. Huh. I'm really wondering what that way on the cliffside is all about. Is it just a means to get around this area? I mean, it has to have some kind of use, right? Yeah, that's definitely some kind of enemy. And then there are two guys down there, and I can go up there. I don't have to commune with it, right? Or rather, I don't have to rest. So if I don't rest, it shouldn't respawn enemies? Right? Well, there weren't any enemies down here anyway, right? Is there an item somewhere? Doesn't seem to be the case. Let's just go this way. Why does this path exist? They just threw the horse in with the dead people. Why does this path exist? There's an item there. What the hell was that? Oh, that's definitely the boss guy. Let's pick up these pellets. Is he just making noise, or is he actually coming after someone? Are the guys still down there? Yeah. They don't really seem bothered. It's kind of weird. There are like a lot of paths up here, but it doesn't seem to lead anywhere. So either it's just a way to give you multiple routes of attack basically for the enemies up ahead, or I don't know, it's just for exploring's sake. Yeah, enemies didn't respawn. So I thought at first you wouldn't be able to go up here, but it does look like you can actually go up here. Or at least partly. Wait. That's where I've already been, right? And then there are no items here, but you can grapple over here. What is the point of this path? Is it just to give you an access point from that sculptor's idol in order to avoid the enemies down there? I suppose it is, right? So you would be able to basically just go down this way without being seen by anyone. I guess that's the point. That once you unlock the other sculptor's idol, that you can just go this way. Alright, I've explored enough for now. I'm gonna go back to the sculptor's idol and rest. Travel to the other one, check out the small cave. And then tomorrow I'm gonna check out the path on the outside here and whoever that guy is over there. And I think I've pretty thoroughly looked at this area. Oh right, I also got the let's see. Do I have anything that I can still use that I didn't really use before? I do wonder though if these items are actually useful over here. I mean, the Mibu balloon, for example, right now, the only thing that I was able to actually purchase that is, you know, a unique item, I was able to easily purchase. And the information I also got pretty easily, so I am wondering, am I missing maybe a merchant of some sort? The black gunpowder, material used in alchemical prosthetic tool upgrades. Again, I'm just really concerned about my skill points, because if I die at this point, I'm basically losing a whole skill point. I mean, it's not a big deal, because you can probably easily farm this area in order to get it back up, but I don't know, somehow it concerns me. Alright, let's check this out. I can still only purchase spirit emblems, nothing else. Let's rest and travel to the dilapidated temple. Many kinds of prosthetic tools. The same strategy won't work on every opponent. Yeah, that's what he said to me, right? So you're supposed to use all the different tools available. Hello, Emma. I saw... Oh, he's actually talking about it.
ああ、クロウ様は今はどこにいる？
アシナの城、その天守近くで囚われとなっておいでです。ですが城の門は閉じられています。
そうか。
狼殿、よく
That's really cool that you can actually ask her about the vision.
司祭はまだわかりませんが、あなたの体は世の断りから外れているようです。返事あれば私のところへ来てください。
Well, that's good advice. Do I have any other choice?
何やらちぎっと。
ああ、
この鈴だろう。仏に備えろと渡された。
あなたにゆかりのある鈴でしょうか。ならば仏師殿と話してみてはどうですか。仏のことならばあの人が詳しいでしょう。
Huh. It's really interesting. They put in a lot of voice lines I didn't expect. Like a lot of voice lines about things that you find. Because, like, considering I've not actually been that far, right? I found, like, that was my 4th Sculptor's Idol, including this one. So it's not actually that much. And it's pretty close together. I mean, you do have to eliminate some enemies. But it's still kind of a small area. But they really put in a lot of detail when it comes to the things that you find, and you can actually ask about what you found and what it means. That's really cool.
Nanda.
お前さん、勘が戻ってきたようじゃな。ちっとは忍びらしくなってきたように見える。とっておきな。
Huh? He's giving me something? Huh? Alright. Again, this is a lot of things I just didn't expect. That he would give me something right now, even. Because I didn't actually come that far, right? I wonder what this, like, what the trigger for this is. Shinobi Esoteric Text. A book of secrets that details a variety of techniques employed by shinobi. Grants the ability to learn shinobi-style skills, finally! Within this text are the innermost secrets of the shinobi arts, such as attacks performed in the air and hiding one's body to avoid detection. Such moves could never be practiced by samurai. Finally.
忍びの技じゃ。侍には真似できぬ忍びの戦う術が書いてある。まあどうするかはお前さん次第よ。戦う術など忍びだけでもあるまいて。
Skills. I really wonder what triggered that. When did I last return to this place? I did kill. Maybe it's after you no, wait. I did come back here after that, right? After I killed the first mini boss, I came back here to get the second healing gourd or medicinal gourd. Although I don't remember whether or not I actually talked to the sculptor at that point. Or maybe it's just when you find like the next sculptor's idol after that. But that's also really weird. But it's really cool at the same time. The game really rewards you for being very thorough, but also returning a lot, right? Talking to the NPCs that you can talk to. That's really cool. I really like that because it gives you the opportunity to actually go slowly through the game while still actually finding meaningful, useful, new stuff. So far, really, really cool. Owning an esoteric text of a combat style will allow its skills to be acquired in the Sculptor's Idol skill menu. Each enemy defeated provides skill experience. Skill points are acquired once enough experience is gained, which can be spent to unlock skills. Some skills can also be learned by obtaining items or defeating enemies. Alright. It does say owning an esoteric text, so it seems that there are multiple of them. Maybe to unlock like later skills, I guess.
チリンチリンと
He's also talking about the bell
こ
chime.
の古い鈴のことか。老婆が仏様に備えろとそう言っていた。
その鈴見覚えはあるか。
いや、覚えはない。
Well, I probably have forgotten about it.
違うな。
Yeah.
お前さんに何やら言いたいことがあるようじゃ。
なんだと。
鈴を備えてみるといい。そこにある優しい顔の仏様はわしの彫った仏とはわけが違う。誠の仏師がおられたものだからな。
Who's the true sculptor, though? Is that supposed to be Dogen? So I should probably go ahead and do something with the bell charm. Shinobi Firecracker. I already read that, right? Robert's Firecrackers. Oh, right, it does tell you what it does, right? Unleashes an explosive flash that briefly blinds foes and inflicts posture damage on beast-type enemies. Beast-type. Alright. Has a wide frontward field of effect that can impact multiple foes at once. Suitable for temporarily immobilizing enemies and particularly good for scaring beasts. So there are definitely beasts in here. Easily frightens beasts. I already forgot, particularly against those with a tendency to take to the air. I haven't really seen enemies like that as of now, I think.
わしが掘る仏はどうやったって業深いものは。
This is the fate of those who owe deep karmic.
いつか掘ってそれで何か言おうか。
Yeah, he talked about that as well. This I already asked him.
また久しくらいなら貸してやろう。
I do have to go to the sculptor's idol, right? So I can equip both, which is cool. I'm close to the next skill point, so I should probably just go ahead and kill a bunch of enemies too, so that I can get the next skill point. So now I can switch these. That's cool. Does it actually... Yeah, it looks different. It's also really cool. There's like a small wheel on the arm, and then with this, yeah, it basically looks like multiple firecrackers that you can just throw. Kind of annoying that it clips through his, like through the what's it called even? Mantle? I don't know. Alright, let's see. Why do you keep drawing your sword? Why did they do that? Why not outside of the temple? Acquiring skills. Menu has been unlocked in the Sculptor's Idol menu. New skills can be learned by scanning skill points. Yeah, I already knew that. Acquire skills. Acquiring skills. That looks cool. New skills can be acquired by spending skill points. New combat styles can be learned through obtaining esoteric texts for each style. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So there are multiple of these texts that you can get from people. There are 3 types of skills: combat arts, shinobi martial arts, and latent skills. Combat arts must be equipped to be used, but shinobi martial arts and latent skills are always in effect upon being acquired. So that's something for me then. I usually tend to go with like permanent skills first, because I really like, you know, enhancing attributes and stuff. But then again, I don't know how good these things are. So this information is locked. I actually need 3 skill points or 1. Shinobi arts. So the thing at the top left, that's probably where you can switch to the other esoteric texts once you find them, I guess. Whirlwind Slash available. A spinning attack that can hit several enemies at once. The sharp cut combined with the force of the spin can strike multiple foes and deal damage even when guarded. When surrounded by enemies, this shinobi technique can cut open a path to victory. That's pretty cool. So, oh, and that's L1 plus R1. Combat art executed by spinning the entire body while attacking. So that sounds pretty cool, but I don't really like fighting multiple enemies anyway, so I don't know whether or not that's for me right now. And then the Mikiri counter. Acquires Shinobi martial art Mikiri counter. Enables one to counter enemy thrust attacks by stomping down on an enemy's weapon, dealing a large amount of damage to posture. It is nearly impossible to perceive the speed of a thrust, but not for sharp eyes of a shinobi. Enables one to counter enemy thrust attacks. Huh. Oh, yeah, it says how it works. Circle the moment an enemy thrust attack lands. Mikiri counter. Stomp on the enemy's sword to render a thrust ineffective and deal a large amount of posture damage. Circle is just a weird button for that. So I presume you have to press circle without actually pressing like backwards or something, because that would mean you would jump back, I think. Mikiri counter. I mean, the whirlwind slash sounds cool, but I'm not really fighting multiple enemies at once right now, so I'm going for the Mikiri counter. I mean, I wanted to check out the cave anyway, so I'm gonna do that right now, kill a bunch of enemies, get the Mikiri counter, and then come back here in order to check out the bell charm. So let's go to the Outskirts wall gate path, Outskirts wall stairway. Alert indicators to your presence based on the color. Yellow, they're cautious. Alerted to your presence. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, I guess. So it was up there, right? Can I actually, like, if I kill him? Is that enough? Almost. So if I killed the third dog, it would probably give me enough, but... So this enemy doesn't respawn. No. So boss enemies don't. Still wondering whether or not the big guy respawned, though. But that's not him over there. That's a normal enemy. Huh. Still wondering where he came from. So where's the cave? That looks like it. Oh shit, that's a long drop, but I guess you can... Yeah. So you can do pretty long drops, it seems. Why would you... Like, how did a person get these lanterns down here? How does that work? They must have, like, gone on a rope or something. I always expect some kind of, like... enemy to just pop out and kill you, Because that's usually what Dark Souls does, or Bloodborne for that matter. What the hell? Bundled Jizo statue. Jitsu? Jizo? Jizo? Jizo, right? Small Buddha effigy bound in red cloth. Raise in prayer between one's palms to restore a note of resurrective power. Oh. To enswathe, I think, a Jesus statue is to express feelings of parental love. The bundle of cloth is to at least ensure that the little one goes on in peace. So that's a pretty powerful item, I think, because you probably want that during a boss fight. If you're really close to killing a boss and you don't have any resurrective power left, you probably want to use that. That's cool. Kind of weird that they put it here. Again, like, these From Software games, they give you these items that seem kind of really important, but at like the location and everything, like in any other game, this would have been like a pretty powerful item. And it is, but it's just a consumable, right? In this case, it's just a consumable, and you know, knowing this game or knowing the From Software games, you can assume that, you know, most of the time, or well, not most of the time, but from time to time, you're fighting a boss, and he will just you know, you will almost kill him, but you know, you make a mistake because you want to, like, for whatever reason. That's most of the time, right? If you're fighting a boss for the first time and you're close to killing them, you get really nervous, and you're basically you know, because you're nervous in that case, or because you are, you know, you're close to beating him, you make mistakes. And then these mistakes lead to, you know, you being killed. And then you can resurrect and use this thing to resurrect again, basically. But at the same time, it means that you are using this very, like, powerful item, right? But in that case, you are already kind of, you know, not doing your best. So I think, you know, those are always the situations where you use such an item and then suddenly you die again, right? Alright, so these things are really annoying. Still, why is he here though? He's not alerting anyone. I mean, they didn't hear his... Like, either he didn't really cry out, and that's why they didn't hear him, or it doesn't really make any sense. It's a weird thing. We're still down here. Oh, you have. Well, that was fast. Huh. I didn't expect him to actually already have items for me. What is that? A phantom kunai. Kunai or kunai? Kunai used by Lady Butterfly that can be used to upgrade the loaded shuriken. A ringing sound is heard when the kunai is thrown, and phantom butterflies appear in the kunai's trail. Since childhood, Lady Butterfly had accumulated much experience in Usui's forest, far from civilization along Tozan Trail. His forest is filled with mist and mystifications, making it ideal for training in illusion techniques. Illusion tech. There is so much information in these item descriptions. So, who is Lady Butterfly? What is loaded shuriken? That's the thing that I can throw, right? That's the shuriken wheel, I guess? So I can upgrade that with this? Is how I'm reading that? Oh, by the way, the ash that I found earlier, I couldn't use, right? I didn't actually check that. I should go back and check that. A ringing sound is heard when the kunai is thrown, and phantom butterflies appear in the kunai's trail. So Usui Forest might be a location we visit at some point. Tozan Trail might be too. I don't know. It doesn't really say what it's effective against, though, which is weird. I don't have enough coin to buy it, though. I wonder whether or not it'll be worth to actually grind for these. Probably not really, right?
ところで旦那、聞いてください。あっしはね、商いをもっと大きくしたいと考えています。このアシナはいつ滅びるかもわからねえ。いわば沈みかけた船だ。つまり成り上がる好機じゃねえかと思うんでさ。そこで一つ頼みがありやす。
なんだ。
アシナの侍どもが今欲しがっているものは何か探ってきちゃくれやせんか。そいつが分かればアシナの侍どもと取引ができやす。旦那は忍びだ。敵方から情報を仕入れるいい耳をお持ちのはず。ぜひお願いしやす。
Alright, so he's basically asking me to eavesdrop on enemies. I shall do that. That's really cool. Already you get so much stuff, right, just from being here. So I have some coin purses. Grinding for 3,000 sen seems like a lot, to be honest. I wonder whether or not the person on the hill, like in the tent, has something new. I don't know if it's worth actually looking that up. But I mean, I have so much stuff to still do. Like, I can go through the mountains here. So I probably come back tomorrow and just go through this area again, just to get, you know, some skill points and to talk to the guy again, things like that. It's kind of cool. The game is almost encouraging you, right, to basically go through these areas multiple times. One thing, loaded shuriken, right? Okay, so it's really called loaded shuriken, because I thought it was called shuriken wheel. I mean, it says shuriken wheel prosthetic tool, but it's called loaded shuriken. So I can upgrade that. I wonder what that does. Would it mean that I just get a different, more powerful attack? Or do I have two different attacks? That's really interesting. I do have 3 coin purses, so I'm lacking quite a bit of money. I mean, it's really expensive. I do wonder how that's supposed to work. Right, so I can get these ones now on the Mikiri counter. So if I meet an enemy who does a thrust attack, I can try to counter it with circle instead of deflecting it. Yes. Oh, it tells me what's next. That's cool. Shinobi's Karma Body. Acquires the latent skill a Shinobi's Karma Body. Increases the maximum number of spirit emblems that can be held. Spirit emblems are manifestations of regret. Those regretful of their vile actions are haunted by many spirit emblems. Shinobi who have killed many must bear the physical toll of those sins. Huh. That's also really interesting. So I wonder if the sculptor in the dilapidated temple sees a lot of these spirit emblems. I mean, I guess that's why he was wearing the prosthetic tool before me, right? So he would have seen these as well, the spirit emblems. That's interesting. Those regretful of their vile actions are haunted. So that's why you also loot them from dead enemies, right? Because you're basically haunted by having killed that person. That's interesting. Mid-air deflection in martial art allows one to guard against or deflect enemy attacks in mid-air. Guns and other projectile weapons deal additional damage to airborne targets, and this technique can serve to prevent that damage. A shinobi is not shot down so easily. Huh. I don't know if that's really useful, to be honest. I mean, I guess at some point you still have to unlock it to get this one, I guess. But deflecting mid-air doesn't really seem to be something I would be doing a whole lot. Run and slide allows one to slide into a crouched position while sprinting. Sprint through an area and slide into cover or otherwise out of view. This maneuver easily deceives an enemy's eyes. L3 while sprinting. End a sprint by sliding, which puts you in a crouched position. L3? That's a weird button for that. In mid-air guard. The moment an enemy attack lands while in the air. I mean, you're airborne for such a short time. I mean, I guess if you jump a whole lot, but I mean, at least at this point, I wouldn't really call jumping useful. Other than to counter the sweeping attacks. Suppress presence acquires the latent skill Suppress presence, a latent skill that reduces an enemy's ability to perceive those who are in stealth. Removing one's presence is part of what defines a shinobi. So this is definitely the one that I'm getting next, because that's really powerful, I think. Not being able to because if you are in a situation where you didn't see a certain enemy because of his placement or whatever, you can just, because of this, if you crouch, it's more likely that he doesn't see you. So yeah, I think that'll be really useful. And then this one as well, which I need to unlock this one to get to this one. So the next 5 skill points I've already planned out, which is nice. I don't know if this is, I mean, this is easier to unlock than this, right? Because this would cost 3 together with this, and there's only 2. This one might be more useful though, especially like in a boss fight. Although then again, the prosthetic tools that I have now, I wouldn't really call all that useful in a boss fight. Unless a beast would be there. But even then, 15 spirit emblems is quite a lot, to be honest. I'm just happy to be able to acquire skills though. That's really cool. Alright, let's get back to the dilapidated temple, and I wanted to take a look at whether or not I can enhance the firecracker tool. These loading screens are really beautiful, by the way. Undying Samurai Training Mikiri counter unlocked. Huh, right, so he has a new tutorial for me. That's where I can start tomorrow, with the tutorial. Seems like a great idea. So, wait a second. Skill menu. Acquired abilities can be viewed in the skill menu. Huh, cool. Shinobi martial arts. Do I have to equip that? No. That's always unlocked, right? The combat arts are the ones I need to equip. Yeah.
狼殿、よく参られました。
Well, I didn't really do anything right, so.
何やら。
ああ、仏。
ならば仏。
Still need to. Wait, where was that? Here. Upgrade materials. Black gunpowder. Material used, including those. So how do I use that?
ベラベラと喋りすぎちまった。
Said too much.
仏様に鈴を備えるも備えないも。
They get really angry with you for not using the bell.
そんで何か用か。
How do I upgrade these?
ではな、また久しくらいならかしてやろう。
Do I have to do that myself? But I can't use that item. Equip remove? So maybe I have to find somebody who can upgrade these? Or I just... Maybe it's not enough to actually upgrade these? You can... Wait. So I can hold 99 of these. Why? This only costs 2, by the way, so I can use it 7 times when I equip it. It's actually a lot. Why can I hold so many of these? Of the black gunpowder. Chemical prosthetic tool upgrades. Huh. I really don't know how that's supposed to work. Alright, let's check this Buddha out. It says pray. Stir my thoughts.
眠っちまってる。お前さんの古い記憶を。
And what now? I just... Oh, 3 years ago. So this actually is like a playable memory? Seems to be a whole new area. Rain looks really cool. What the hell? Where am I? Hirata Estate. 3 years ago. This looks really cool. And it's on fire. So that was what the merchant or the thief slash merchant was talking about, right? The Hirata estate being attacked. So this must have been what he was talking about and what I couldn't remember. And yeah, as we kind of, I mean, it was kind of obvious that like Wolf, for whatever reason, forgot about this memory, and he now remembered because the bell was kind of calling to him, I guess. You can actually see items from up here. That's really cool, like the small yellow spots. And so I guess we'll also find the woman who gave us the bell. She should also be here, right? Alright, this is a whole new area though, so... And I'm still I still have to check out some places in the Ashina outskirts. I guess I can freely travel between the memory and the other world, or the present, basically. The other world, the present. Memory and present. Past and present. Travel. Yeah, seems like it. Dragon Spring. Dragon Spring? What? Yeah, so that's Hirata Estate. And it actually basically unlocks these areas on the map. It's also really cool. You can't do anything here though, but it does unlock it. So that's over there, which is really interesting. It's actually not that far away, but further down, I think, more in a valley. And the estate would be where the like ruling family basically lived, or at least the Hirata family lived there. Whereas the castle, I don't know. It's not really clear at this point, I guess. Looks really cool. There's a big bridge. Again, a bit weird that there doesn't really seem to be a connection between the two places. And this bridge is definitely intact, whereas the other one is still broken for whatever reason. But it's really cool that these places are actually physically pretty close, right? Because that gives you a sense of, you know, scale and where everything is. Dragon Spring. What's the Dragon Spring? Didn't really look like a spring to me. So I guess we can freely travel? Wallhack Deathblow. Ugh, what are those statues? What creepy. Type of stealth deathblow that can be performed on unaware enemies. While undetected and hugging a wall. Lie in wait for a passing enemy. When the enemy draws close enough, he will be vulnerable. Oh, right, so that's when you're standing on an edge, basically. So... I can't talk to her about the memory, it seems. Yeah, she already told me about that. Alright. Let's see if the sculptor says anything about the Buddha.
戻ったか。
あれは夢なのか、それとも誠にあったことなのか。
さてな、夢かうつつか、わしにも定かなことはわからん。一つ言えるのは、仏様はお前さんの古い記憶を起こしてくださっているだけじゃ。お前さんがどう思いどう覚えていたか、すべてはそれ次第じゃ。
見るものすべてが正しく起こったことかはわからぬ。
そういうことじゃ。ではな。
Alright.
また久しくらいならかしてくれ。
I guess that dialogue wasn't really all that helpful. Although, I mean, the question of whether or not it's actually reality is really interesting. Because being able to play through the memory does seem to imply that we can change the past, or the game changes depending on how we play through the past, which would also be really cool. Yeah. Alright, we've unlocked that area. I still want to go... I'll definitely start with a new tutorial, and then, like, next time, and then I'm going to check out the route through the mountains on the right, and the big guy, which I suppose is like a mini-boss in front of the gate, and then, well, let's see what lies behind that. The Hirata estate, I don't know if I want to start a whole new level. Then again, one of the most interesting things so far has been that even though I didn't really go all that much, like I didn't really travel that great a distance, and I didn't actually play through a whole lot. I feel like I'm still really in the beginning area, right? I still found a lot, and you know, you can have a lot of conversations with the NPCs, and you know, the new skills, and there is this upgrade that I can purchase. So I definitely want to try and get that. But that's it for now. I actually played longer than I wanted to. It's really fun. It's just really fun, really taking this game apart and just... this will save the game, yeah. It's just really fun taking this game apart, really, you know, delving into the lore, into the item descriptions. I mean, that's what I really like about these games, right? Is that you can piece together the story and the whatever happened and what the world is currently, the state the world is currently in, right? It's just really interesting to have all the information available to you without the game actually telling you what the sort of right answer is, right? Even though Sekiro so far is definitely way more, you know, straightforward than something like Bloodborne, which is a really, like, from the very beginning, Bloodborne is just incredibly cryptic, right? And incredibly, well, hard to figure out, I guess. You can just find really a whole lot in Sekiro, which is really fun. I really like that. But that's been it for now. Thanks for watching if you have been, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye bye.